Welcome to episode 2 of the Back to Cinema podcast.
We're back, baby.
We're back. For everyone that was in our TikTok comments commenting about our microphone issues with Mr. Declan last time.
We fixed it.
We got another Yeti.
You can hear me. We got this nice little setup going on. We're back.
He's not going to hold the mic 5 feet away from his face because we got an arm now. The arm's going to hold it right in front of him. Let's just hope he's not talking like right over here. Let's hope he stays on his side and talks in the mic like he's supposed to, like a good little boy.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, we had great success.
Yeah.
Great success.
Thank you for
after our first episode.
Thank you for all the nice feedback. It was really cool to see people interacting with the podcast. It was really awesome. It was pretty dope.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
And I mean, this is what we want to do. And I think we took some initiative and we're excited to see where this goes. We're going to be producing content for the next however long as this goes. But we want this to be a real thing. So
real interactive too. We always want feedback and people to, be interested in what we're talking about and give their feedback too, because it's not just us. It's kind of like a whole thing of this whole community.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I mean, I guess we can get right into that.
Let's get right into the episode
with the age-old question, huh?
What's the age-old question?
The four movie debate.
Let's start with it.
Let's start with it. You want to start with it? All right.
So I saw this on Twitter. I was browsing, and this has been it floated around before. It's been popular many times, but you get 4 movies, and you have to choose one to get rid of. And the 4 movies in question for this specific one was Logan, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, Spider-Man 2, and The Batman, starring Robert Pattinson. And you have to choose one to get rid of. Do you want to start us off?
I'll start us off.
Okay.
So here's the thing. The Batman, me and you both know, we were both super hyped for this movie. We both loved it. We saw it 3 times in theaters in the opening weekend. The movie was amazing. I am not getting rid of that movie.
No.
That is a no-go for me. I mean, I already know what I'm going to get rid of.
Personally, first of all, with that movie, I'd say it's the best Batman movie we've had. I love
the best.
But I think it's the best Batman movie.
Yeah.
Like, it feels the most like Batman.
100%. And then we get to...
Oh, do you want to say which one you're getting rid of first, or get to it?
No, we'll get to it.
Okay, we'll get
to it. Next, I'm going to keep Into the Spider-Verse.
Yep.
I think we're going the same way.
I think we're going to go to the same one.
I mean, what that movie did for animation in general, I feel like it just took animation to a next step. And I mean, just that movie and its storytelling, I think was just so incredible. And I think it truly is like a timestamp for what animation is to come. Yeah. As to where like Avatar, which we'll get into in a bit.
Yeah.
Avatar was for like CGI. Like it's very much like Into the Spider-Verse was that for animation, because I don't know. I just feel like that story was so well, and it worked so well with the animation style and voices.
I think that is one of the best Spider-Man stories told on screen, if not the best.
Yeah. And
it just, the voice acting to the animation to the plot to everything is just perfect with that movie. That has to stay. It has to stay. And I know that's a very controversial one. I know.
Yeah, I know a lot of people pick that one.
And we want to hear, what are your 4 movies, or what is the movie you're gonna get rid of for sure. But that stays for me. That's just it's too good.
Yeah, it's too good. It has to stay. You know what else has to stay?
Oh my god!
You want to say on the count of 3? 1, 2, 3. Logan. You said Logan. Right?
Logan.
I mean,
it's Logan.
It's Logan.
Come on.
I'd say it's definitely top 3 superhero movies of all time. I mean, all 4 of these movies are in my top 8, I'd say. And I know it's a little controversial because this next, the one that we didn't include is, I feel like a lot of people's definitely top 3.
Or favorite.
Which
is crazy to me. But, okay, Logan.
Yes, let's talk about Logan.
Best X-Men movie we've received. Best performance by Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. And I'd say best performance for Professor X, Charles Xavier.
Yeah.
A.k.a. Patrick Stewart.
I'd meet you on that.
I'd meet you on that. The plot, the story, the way that it was all of it just made it... I just said plot and story, by the way. You know what I mean. It made it just... It's perfect.
It is truly a perfect movie, and this is also another one of people's absolute favorite superhero movies. You'll see a lot of people saying this is their favorite. But I mean, Logan is just I honestly cannot say enough about it other than just it's amazing. And if you haven't seen it, you need to go see it.
And this is something I kind of wanted to bring up. It was irrelevant at the time, but now I'm happy that Hugh Jackman is returning. But there's a part of me that is very bittersweet because Logan, if you've watched it, is the perfect send-off to a character.
100%.
It is 100% a perfect send-off. And yes, I'm excited to see him and Deadpool interact. It's going to be very fun. It's going to be very funny. But that movie, he just left that character in such a perfect place. Spoiler, he's dead. But it just, it gave that character so much, like, wrapping up to his story that I think a lot of those X-Men kind of characters didn't get in their universe.
Yeah. I think that's a great statement, and I think, I honestly cannot say. When I talk about Logan, I just, like, get flabbergasted. Like, I just can't talk. Can't talk.
You know that scene is so dope? The one they're in the casino.
Oh.
The hotel.
Yeah.
Everyone slowed down.
I mean, even just, like, the clips of Hugh Jackman in the ADR studio doing, like, the grunts.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he really committed for that role. And I think you could even tell with him, it was kind of a passion project for him, how he wanted to wrap up the character.
Yeah.
And I think it really shows on the screen.
I mean, he said he never thought he would ever come back to that character.
Yeah.
Like, ever again. So, the fact that he is. Deadpool 3 must be really good if it brought him back, is all I'm saying.
Ooh, I'm excited to see that. So last on the list would be Spider-Man 2, which we're going to get some hate for.
We're going to get some hate. I'm a little scared.
I'm a little scared. I'm a little surprised we had the same list.
I knew this was gonna happen. We didn't want to talk about this because we wanted it to be like.
Yeah, we have not talked about this before.
But a part of me was like, yeah, we're gonna have the same exact opinion on this.
Yeah.
You want to start off? Why is Spider-Man leaving?
So here's my hot take. I guess I grew up on it, kind of, the Spider-Man series, Sam Raimi specifically, but. Spider-Man 1, I rewatched it recently. I know this isn't about Spider-Man 1, but like that whole series is very, very goofy.
It is goofy.
And
it knows what it is, though.
It knows what it is, too. Sometimes it takes itself a little too seriously, but Spider-Man 2 specifically, I mean, Doc Ock, amazing villain. And the whole train scene.
That's a great. And there's some great moments. There's a reason it is up with these other movies because I think the storytelling in that for Spider-Man is some of the best we've seen for Peter Parker, at least, not Miles Morales, or Madam Web soon to come. But it just tells such a story for Peter Parker instead of Spider-Man, and that has its pros and cons too with that.
Yeah, I mean, like Spider-Man 2 was also a staple for the superhero movie, I feel like.
Yeah.
I mean, that whole series in general. But, I mean, it just told a comic book so well, is what it feels like.
And I also want to add, the reason why Spider-Man also, it has the disadvantage of coming out in 2000, like, what, 2?
2000...
I don't remember. I think it's 2. 4?
I think
but
1 was in 2.
Anyway, all these movies have come out after 2010.
Yeah, all these other movies are more recent.
They're more recent. They know the superhero movie
after 2015.
Yeah, well, yeah, it formed into this like new thing that Spider-Man 2. It also like said a lot of like what these movies were. Okay, a lot of like people pick up from those elements.
Yeah, and I mean, even before the Spider-Man 2 and the whole series in general, like superhero movies were kind of on a different level and kind of frowned upon. Like a different level badly. Like, I mean, just like they were never really considered. Spider-Man 2, I think, is the backbone of what the MCU was because I think Spider-Man 2 walked so the MCU could run.
Well, I was about to say Spider-Man 2 walked so all these other 3 movies could run.
Yeah,
think about it.
Truly,
like really, yes, we're leaving it out, but we're acknowledging what it has done for the superhero movie.
And at the end of the day, it's still an amazing movie.
Yeah,
like
we love it.
We love it.
It's
but
campy,
if we had to
it's
pick
silly.
out of these 4, we would Get rid of it.
Get rid of it. So Spider-Man 2, it's gone.
It is gone.
But would you keep it? Would you not? Tell us.
You know what else might be gone in like 2 years?
What?
The whole Avatar series. James Cameron went on a book to say that if Avatar 2 does not go as planned, does not make a lot of profit, which I don't even know what the exact budget is. It's somewhere
It's big.
probably above 250 million, I would guess.
I would guess that, yes.
So if it doesn't make back profit, if people don't care, they're going to figure out how to wrap up the whole Avatar 5 movie series that we talked about last episode in just 3 movies. So that would mean only one more after Avatar 2, The Way of Water, comes out this December, which is really interesting because they've kind of been like slowly picking what they filmed for these next 5 movies over the past 10 years. So there's some of like Avatar 4 already filmed.
Yeah, it's crazy the amount of like divided sides I've seen about Avatar because half the people are excited for it, us.
We're really excited.
And then the other half is like, no one cares. Like, why do we need to tell this story?
But I even think those people are going to cave in.
I mean,
I think they'll.
If you've
show
seen
up
the
at
trailer,
theaters.
it was. I thought. The visuals, of course, stunning.
Yeah.
But like, also, I'm not really like, I'm not even a trailer guy. I really want to walk in being surprised.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it gave us some stuff. It gave us some Jake Sully.
Yeah.
Gave us his new kid, who is played by Sigourney Weaver, right?
Yes, the kid is, no, the girl?
The little girl.
That is Bailey Bass.
Okay, so that's not Sigourney Weaver?
Ethan knows her.
Oh.
You gotta talk into the mic more.
I gotta talk into the mic more.
You keep coming over here.
Well,
I'm helping you.
like to
I'm
be
helping
near
the
him.
TikTok haters.
I'm
But
gonna get crap
Sigourney
on
Weaver
my
is
ass.
playing some kid.
And yeah,
I don't think it's that kid, but she is playing a kid.
which is a choice.
It is a choice. It is a choice.
We'll see it.
I think James just wants to bring her along for the journey.
Yeah.
If this truly is a 5.
What do you think it's gonna? You think there's gonna be 5, or what do you think?
I think it'll last till 5.
Yeah.
I think Way of Water is going to shock people. I mean, that trailer, it is so. I mean, we saw Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, purely to see in 3D. We saw it in 3D purely to see the new Avatar Way of Water trailer, the first one that came out back in May, in 3D, so we could experience it, and it was
I definitely did.
It was beautiful.
And like, I'm only gonna see this movie in 3D.
Yeah, I mean,
I urge you because we saw. I think we talked about this last episode. We saw the remaster in 3D, and it was so breathtaking.
So
you just don't have those breathtaking like visuals in like I feel like in film anymore.
I mean, they do such a great job at making it look so realistic.
You want to live there,
And it's so far from reality, but at the same time, it feels so real.
Yes.
And I think that's what makes it amazing.
And I had multiple moments in that theater. I'm like, there's a moment where like Jake Sully's like in water.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like,
You cannot tell.
I'm
if
like,
the
is that
water's
real?
or fake?
And like, I know for a fact in this one, they had like underwater mocap made for this movie.
They did so much underwater.
They created
for Avatar,
new
Way of Water.
technology
Mm-hmm.
just so they could do stuff underwater. And like, I
Yeah.
heard James Cameron had to teach the actors how to act underwater.
Really?
Yes.
That's interesting.
Yes. He took the actors through like a little like, this is how you show more emotion underwater.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Which is pretty cool. Pretty cool.
But a pretty cool guy. Pretty good guy.
Let's hope there's more.
But I think that Avatar 2 will be a success, and I think it could make that bill. I think it'll make a bill. That's my prediction. What do you think? You think it'll get over a bill?
Over Bill?
The second one has like what, 2.89 bill?
What?
Avatar?
The first Avatar? Yeah, well, it's the highest grossing movie of all time.
Yeah.
So 2.9. I think that sounds right.
Or is it 1.9?
No, it's
'Cause
2.
those are-
No, it's 2.9.
Okay, that's what I thought. But
That
if
is a
not,
billion
that's a
off.
really big. Yeah. It's a whole billion off.
Woo! No, it's 2.9, and I think that's hard because it was just such like. Since 2009, we have seen a lot of stuff that is really big,
Mhm.
and really visually crazy.
Yeah.
So, I just hope it's really good.
I hope it's
I
really
want
good.
because I personally want to see 3 more Avatar movies.
I would love 4 more. including Way of Water.
Including Way of Water, yes.
I think. Let's see the story how it's meant to be told.
Yes.
Let's not wrap it up, because even if they do wrap it up in the third movie, I think it's going to be rushed. I don't think they're planning. I think he has a plan that they could do, but I don't think it's the desired plan. It's obviously going to be rushed.
Yeah.
And then obviously the whole 3 hours plus on Avatar 2 is a big debate. I think it's going to be great. I want to see it. It did not feel. The first one did not feel as long as it was. I felt like I was in the theater for an hour.
First one was what? 2:45?
2:45, and it felt like you were in the theater for an hour.
And honestly, when the first one ended, I wanted more.
I wanted more too.
I hopefully.
And the fact that we've had to wait 10 years or 12 years is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's frankly ridiculous.
But yeah, Avatar 2, excited. Trailer looks amazing. This new trailer with all the talking instead of just visuals. You can start to see the story coming together, and I'm really excited to see where that goes.
Did you see that the Avatar water people, because they're like two different tribes?
Yeah, they're lighter.
They're green.
They
look more green.
That's crazy. I love it. And did you see the whole like Avatar Last Airbender?
Yeah, I saw that on
theory.
Shout out Straha Goovy. We know you watching.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I'm excited too.
So our next segment on the show is a little game I've seen on TikTok. I'm not going to claim credit for it, but we're going to have our own. It's going to be art. It's the Back to Cinema Rotten Tomatoes Challenge.
Yes.
So if you don't know about this, those who are viewing on the video, you're going to get a little extra seeing the movies we got. Anyways, we both went to Goodwill, and we got 3 movies each. Now, we want these 3 movies' total Rotten Tomatoes scores together, added up, to be 150, or as closest to it as possible. So essentially, movies at Goodwill are like $1.50.
Yeah.
And so we got a bunch of cheap movies. I mean, they're all like known, but they're all like cheap and used. But yeah, so we're just going to see who has the closest to 150.
And the challenge there is, let's say you have 2. Yeah, it's 3 movies. Let's say you have 2 movies that are like really good.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're dancing like you're done with 150.
Yeah. So we're going to go one by one.
Okay.
I will go first.
Do you want to do our best movie first, or do you think our worst? What do you want to do?
Let's do best.
Okay.
So my first movie is The Incredibles by Pete Docter.
Show him the title. Oh my god.
Shoot. The Incredibles. We have not looked at, by the way, we have not looked at the Rotten Tomatoes scores.
We don't know.
We did this a few days ago, so this has just been sitting in my car waiting for us to.
And before you look, I'm going to guess The Incredibles is sitting at an 84%.
I'm going to guess at 89. I think I got a little too much on this one.
Wow.
So The Incredibles is sitting at, let's see. I'm a little nervous.
Whoa.
We're doing audience score, right?
Oh, I thought we were doing critic score.
I thought we were doing audience score.
Well, you just want to do audience score because the critic score is a 97.
No, I've been wanting to do audience
Okay, we'll do audience score then.
We'll do audience score.
Oh, well,
It is a 75%, which is a good pick.
It's a good pick.
It's a good pick. The critic score is a 97%.
If you're doing critic score, you'd be a little screwed.
But we're doing audience score.
Okay. That might. Okay.
All right. So you want
My
to introduce
first
your film?
movie is Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Back. Now I'm guessing audience score is going to be a little higher than critic score. Guessing audience score might sit at a 90.
I'm thinking at 84, like you said.
Wow.
Oh.
97%.
97%. Wow. Yeah.
I'll do the math. I'll do the calculations. I'll keep them going.
Yeah.
Okay, so 97 and
75. I'm gonna do my second biggest movie now, which is Minari. This is gonna be. This might screw me over right away, because this. Oh.
Is that really popular with audiences?
Oh, critically it is.
Oh, sorry. Keep hitting the mic. So what'd you have? Okay. Minari.
Audience 6
score?
Academy Award nominations.
But did the audience like Minari?
Did the audience like Minari? 86%.
The audience liked Minari.
86. That's already over, huh?
Wait. None of us are too good at math here.
Oh no, I'm losing. I'm already at 161.
You're already 11 over.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
These Spies in Disguise first.
My next movie is the critically acclaimed Spies in Disguise, starring Will Smith and Tom Holland. I've actually never seen this movie.
I'm going to guess a good 60%.
For the audience, I think the audience loved this one. I'm going for 75. You're goddamn
God. 92%?
Well, we both lost this game. Okay, well, let's see. Let's just see who's the lowest score now. It's like golf.
Well, yeah, we'll just see who's the closest to 150 still, even though we're both above 150.
90 what?
92%.
No chance.
It was before the slap. It was pre-Will Smith slap.
I'm at 189.
So, well, I mean, my next movie is Santa Paws 2. I don't know how
Did
the
they
audience
love it?
liked Santa Paws 2.
I mean, I personally love Santa Paws 1.
But the sequels aren't always as good. I'm going to say it's a good 30%.
I'm guessing 45.
It is 53, and it doesn't even have a
doesn't
tomato
have a
meter.
critic score.
It doesn't even have a some good thing we did to
Okay.
the critic score.
Wait, so what do you have?
53%.
53. I'll give final totals after my
Oh,
next.
okay.
This might be my saving grace here.
It could be. But maybe this has a big cult following. We
I
don't
hope not. My next film is a Bob Saget film, and it's Farce
Rest
of
in
the
peace.
Penguins, as told by Samuel L. Jackson.
It's narrated by Samuel L. Jackson.
Well, yes, it says as told by. And I would just like to say, first of all, it says not recommended for children, and it says what happens in Antarctica stays in Antarctica. That's its tagline.
Wait, it's not recommended for children?
No, this is about a movie about sexually active penguins.
Oh my
Do you
god.
see this one here for our audio listeners is holding a bra, and this one has a whip.
We are going to watch first the Penguin.
We might need to review Farce of the Penguins as told by. Well, this says you'll laugh so hard fish will fly out of your butt. Juan Sanchez, the Article Gazette.
I think this movie might actually. It's going to be a close one.
What is it?
Farce of the Penguins
That's
is at
the list.
35%.
30 seconds. Okay. So Noah's total. Do you want to do yours first?
Yeah.
Okay.
My total is.
Your total is.
We're definitely adding
I'm
it up.
adding it up because I can't do it.
Farce of the Penguins.
Is 214.
Ooh, I think I lost.
Mine is. What was my last score? 224.
I had 219.
224.
224 to 219. Wow,
Wow.
I barely won. We suck at that.
We did suck at that. Wow.
We're gonna do this again, and we'll know now.
This
We'll
will
know
be-
now.
We'll do this in a few episodes because this
Yeah.
was. I thought this was very fun.
This was very fun,
And
and we'll
tell
be
us-
watching Farce of the
Tell me
Penguins.
if you want us to watch Farce of the Penguins.
I didn't get that it was not for children.
It's naughty. It's a naughty film.
Unrated. To the Earth's ice hole and back with Bob Saget. What year was this made?
I don't.
don't question Farce.
Well, it has Bob Saget, Christina Applegate, Tracy Morgan, and many others.
Many others. Oh my gosh.
Get ready for a stiff and dirty ride.
We might need a whole episode for Farce of the Penguins.
Okay, we'll put that.
So we're gonna watch that.
Yes.
And we're gonna review it.
Yes.
Speaking of something else, we're gonna review. We're gonna do it right now.
Yes.
Weird Al
Is it
Yankovic Story.
is it weird the Al Yankovic?
I think it is Weird the Al Yankovic Story, starring Daniel Radcliffe and about everyone else on this planet. So many cameos. And I remember when this movie was getting cast, everyone was like, "Oh my gosh, it's gonna be amazing!" And then they started like showing the cast, and they're like, "This person, Conan O'Brien's gonna be playing Andy Warhol." There's so many like
The Lonely
old
Island
'80s
Boys.
celebrities.
Yeah.
Yeah,
One of them plays Pee Wee Herman.
yeah.
It's so okay. Let's get into it. I loved it.
Amazing.
It as we were watching it, and it reminded us of one of those Anchorman movies, like almost like Anchorman, kind of like old school. It's just like one of those classic movies of like from the 2000s that were just comedy,
Yeah.
had no seriousness whatsoever.
And what it did really well, and I think played into the comedy of it all, is that Weird Al, went on a talk show and was talking about how like all these biopics like Bohemian Rhapsody and Rocket Man exaggerate reality to make it more interesting.
Yes,
So he did that to the extreme.
which was perfect.
Having himself date Madonna,
Fight Pablo Escobar.
killing Pablo Escobar. Like this movie, we're not going to say much to else because we don't want to make it like
Yeah.
spoiler, but like this movie goes to the extreme, and I think it is for the best of it because it is so goddamn fun.
And the best part about it is they play it so straight.
So
Everything
straight.
they're doing is the most serious thing in the world, but it's Weird Al.
It truly felt like an old Will Ferrell 2000s
It
comedy.
was so funny. And Daniel Radcliffe is giving like the performance of his life.
Yeah.
Like screaming, like it's so funny, crying.
My Bologna.
Okay, there's a part of the movie where me and him were genuinely laughing for minutes because it was so funny.
It was the first time Al was making a parody song when he was an adult.
Yes.
And it's him realizing what he can do. And he looks at this bologna, which is called Bologna, and he's looking at it as, what's the actual song called? My Sharona. As that's playing, and he just starts, my Bologna.
Maybe for a minute.
My Bologna. For a minute straight. And he's just looking at this bologna, just saying that. And it's the funniest thing ever because I feel like that's the kind of the moment in the movie where you're like, oh, this is going to be like a hilarious movie. Like, you know, you're buckling in right there at that moment.
And who else? What's his name? Dwight from The Office.
Rainn Wilson.
Rainn Wilson. He plays like the mentor figure. Or, like he says, it's just great. And he's like always in this top hat. Like I don't think he ever takes it off.
No.
Because there's a scene of him in a bathtub and he's still wearing the top hat. And he's just like playing his goofy self. And Rainn Wilson always just delivers like great performances.
Sorry.
Who's playing Madonna?
I don't know.
She killed it.
She killed it. She was great as
really
Madonna.
killed it.
At the end of the movie, you see like the
Oh
photos.
my god, that might
I
have been.
think the first couple were real.
That was the funniest part of the movie to me. Because
Like I feel like the Rainn Wilson in real life was real. It starts off like showing a few like young photos of Al and like what he actually looked like, but then slowly gets more extreme and extreme, just like showing how the movie increases on how bullshit it is and how made up it is.
they try to make it seem like these events actually happened to Weird Al in real life. And it's funny because at the minute you realize these photos aren't real, the next one is like him, like the craziest thing you'll ever see.
Yeah.
Like they know at the exact moment you're like, this isn't real.
And then it's like
Here we
Al
go.
doing
Yeah.
something like so absurd, and you're like, oh wait, these are fake photos. That was a really really funny part of the movie.
I think the reason why this movie too was so funny and just like it is because Weird Al had such a big part of writing this movie and overseeing this movie, and he's in the movie too.
Yeah,
He plays like
he plays a record label like producer that denies him.
Yeah, and which is a very funny scene.
And then his whole "Eat It" was before "Beat It."
Oh yeah, like Michael Jackson parodied Weird Al.
Because Weird Al was gonna be an original artist now, and so we made "Eat It," and then gosh darn it, Michael Jackson stole it.
They made all the best decisions they could have made for that movie.
It was amazing. They knew exactly what they were doing. It's truly, I believe that is going to be like in 10 years, people are gonna like rewatch that movie and be like, oh, let's go watch Weird Al.
we
Like
were watching a modern day classic. And I'm just gonna say that right there.
True.
When we watch this, I'm like, I want to watch this again.
Yeah.
It's so I cannot urge you enough, and it's free.
It's literally you do not even have to create a Roku account.
Watch it.
I have a Fire Stick TV. I installed the Roku app, clicked on the movie, and watched it. Don't need to create an account. You literally just have to get the app for free.
And I'm a little sad because I wanted to see that in a theater.
Me too.
Because I feel like that would have been so funny. But no, it's free.
Me too. And I'm interested to see what Roku does with this, because if they keep producing stuff like this, Roku could really start making a name for
It's
themselves.
doing great critic-wise.
Oh yeah.
Audience-wise, everyone thinks it's hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, let's see. What is Weird Al got? Weird.
I think it has an 87.
So the critics have an 84, which is good for a movie like that. That's really
Great
good for a movie
comedy.
like that. And then 88% on audience score. That is crazy.
Shows you people like this movie.
I mean, just like for comparison, like Anchorman has a 66% critic score and an 86% audience
And
score.
that's regarded as one of the best comedies of all time.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I
shows.
think this movie is truly a modern day cult classic.
it's
We are going to look back at this and be like, wow.
yeah.
It's truly cannot say enough good stuff about Weird.
Yeah.
It was just amazing. Go watch it. It's
Please.
free.
Tell us what you think of it.
Please. I want to research more on the Roku channel because they have so much. I
The
think it's all free.
They have the most random selection of movies and TV you'll ever see.
The most random. You know what they don't have though?
What do they not have?
any of the DC stuff.
Do they not?
They don't.
I did know that.
But you know who does have the DC stuff now?
Who has the DC stuff?
James Gunn.
Oh, James Gunn.
James Gunn owns it now. James Gunn took to Twitter the other day to respond to all the tweets saying bring back the Ayer cut and the Snyderverse.
Or Legends of Tomorrow.
Legends of Tomorrow, that's right. And basically this was his response. I'm gonna read up the whole thing
Yeah.
for you because I think it's great that him as a CEO of this company has already came out and addressed what people want.
Mm-hmm.
And he's telling them like what he's gonna do and what he thinks is best
And
for it.
before you start, I think that is one of the pros of having him is he already has such a on Twitter he interacts with fans.
Yeah.
Like he is one with the fans, and this will show you that he truly is gonna take this in such a great direction. So
Yeah, I'm excited. So James Gunn started by saying, open up Twitter at the end of a long and creative weekend to see many tweets to save Legends of Tomorrow and release the Ayer cut and fan support for other DC projects over the years. The majority of these requests were enthusiastic and respectful. As the new and first ever CEOs of DC Studios, Peter and I think it's important we acknowledge you, the fans, and let you know we hear you. We hear your different desires for the pathways forward for DC. Although our ability to interact on Twitter has been lessened due to the workload of the new position, we are listening and open to everything as we embark on this journey, and will continue to do so for the next few years. But all our initial focus is on the story going forward, hammering out the new DCU, and telling the biggest story ever told across multiple films, television shows, and animated projects. We invite all of the DC fandoms from across the multiverse and everyone else as well into this new universe. We can't wait to reveal more.
that's so awesome.
That is
an
an amazing response to all of this. I mean, he just basically told everyone that he is going to tell like the best comic books ever, that they are going to portray this in the film the way it should be.
And something I was surprised too was TVs. Like,
Yeah.
I know the Green Lantern show. Well, I also know there's like so much drama with that.
Oh, yeah.
But it's not, I feel like he's just going to take the route of everything they do is going to be connected to one big story. And it makes me so excited.
I'm so unbelievably excited. And I think the fact that he directed Peacemaker, I think he really sees the possibilities of having the TV shows too. And I think they're going to be it's going to be interesting to see how they incorporate doing them both, because we've seen Marvel try to do it. And,
Yeah.
A lot of people have mixed opinions on it.
Yeah.
I really like it. But
with Marvel, it's been a little bit of people find some of the shows useless almost.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it is something that James Gunn can take to his approach with everything. That was great seeing how he listens to the fans. He cares about the fans.
He dealt with this situation so well. And he was like, we understand you guys want to see this stuff. And he's like, I've been busy. He apologized for not responding faster.
Literally.
And that is so kind of him.
Except I tweeted at him and he never responded. So
James
screw
Gunn,
James
follow
Gunn.
back to cinema on Twitter right now.
We know you're watching.
We know you're watching. And we know you're on here.
We'll add him. We'll get you on the pod.
But even just like, he's just, I think he was just the perfect choice for this.
Perfect.
He just acknowledged the fans, let you know that we hear your different desires for the pathways forward to DC. Like, and then the fact that he's like, we invite all DC fandoms across the multiverse. He's like, you're not just a CW fan. You're not just a Peacemaker fan. You're not just a DCEU fan. Like, let's bring it all together. Let's focus on this big multiverse, or this big universe that we want to create.
Yeah.
And I just cannot wait to see how he does. And I think he's going to do so good, like we said last episode. But I mean, just the fact how he's already addressing the fans of DC. He understands how beloved the stories are to people. Yeah. And I think he truly just wants to bring that to the screen in the best way possible.
And the fact that he already mentioned CW.
Yeah.
That's crazy to me, because
that's something DC's ignored for a while.
With all the CW, they say like, oh, it's one big multiverse. You know how they said that. Mm-hmm. But DC's just ignored. And that means a lot to a lot of different people. Like, that DC is their DC. With The Flash, with, Arrow and Legends of Tomorrow. But the fact that now the DCU CEO mentioned it, it's awesome for a lot of people. And, like, especially, I mean, I really don't watch the CW shows anymore.
I did when I was a kid.
The Flash was dope.
The Flash was dope for the first 2 seasons.
We'll say 3 seasons. Okay, that's another battle for another day. But it's just, as we said, and we said last episode, perfect. It's perfect. He's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, James Gunn.
Thank you, James Gunn.
Respond to my tweet.
Switching gears over to Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna do a little quick news segment here, actually. So it's gonna be kind of popcorn. Say what you want. But Daniel Kaluuya was cast in the new Into the Spider-Verse movie as Spider-Punk, correct?
Spider-Punk, yeah.
Spider-Punk.
Which, that man's voice is literally so silky.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to describe Daniel's voice.
Are you in love with Daniel Kaluuya?
What?
Are you in love with?
I might be. You might be just maybe I might tweet him too.
Gears of War is being produced at Netflix. I never played Gears of War on Xbox or anything, but I got an Xbox that came with Gears of War. And I know it has a really big fan base. So I'm excited.
You never played it?
Did you?
I don't know. I know nothing about Gears of War.
But I think it does have a big cult following, so I'm excited to see what they do with that on Netflix. I think they're gonna make it cool.
I'm just gonna say, not so much. Well, yeah. Jimmy Kimmel is set to host the 2023 Oscars.
Yep.
Which will be, I believe, his third time hosting.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I couldn't recall how he did the last two times. So
really?
I don't remember if it was...
He's pretty fine.
Was it good?
My favorite award host is Ricky Gervais. I think he just goes places that people are scared to. And he was offered again this year. Did you hear about that? He's offered the Golden Globes this year and he declined.
Really?
He's not doing it.
That's like the famous meme of Tom Hanks looking absolutely flabbergasted from Ricky
Tom Hanks got a little too butthurt.
He got a little butthurt.
Lin-Manuel Miranda was cast as Hermes in the new Percy Jackson series, which I'm personally really excited for. I think Declan is too.
Yeah, I mean, we both grew up on the books.
Yeah.
And the movies, even though,
the movies were...
People didn't like them. As a kid, they were awesome.
As a kid, they were awesome.
They were so cool.
But Walker Scobell, we both really like him as an actor. We think
it.
he's going to be the future over the next couple of years in Hollywood. And I think he's a perfect pick.
And I think the fact that the author of the books isn't so close.
It's literally his show.
It's his show. And
which is how it should be. It's just as much as his show as like J.K. Rowling was with Harry Potter.
Yeah, I think it's just going to be so... I think it's going to be a fun, great show. And I think it's going to do great for Disney.
Yeah.
It's going to be a new franchise. I think they want to do all the books.
They want to do all the books, each season being a book. And I think having that much time, too, is great. Because in hour episodes, like probably, I think it's 10 episodes. Like, I mean,
and
that's
Hamilton's
amazing time. What?
And Hamilton's in it.
Hamilton's in it. Was there another thing?
Do you think he's going to rap? Like, straight up.
Hermes.
I don't know if we should start this. No, I mean, yeah. How much do you bet Hermes is gonna bust down on a freestyle?
I'll bet you $5.
I bet you that he does.
That he does.
Well, I think he will too.
Someone out there bet us $5.
Yes.
Did you have any more news? Did you have anything else?
Well, I feel like I did.
You did.
Did I screenshot?
You need to look at
one sec.
At our
But anyway,
you texted in the Snapchat.
I did.
You said something. Oh no!
New
New season of Monster.
Oh, that's big. So Netflix just announced they're gonna make multiple seasons of Monster, which was the Jeffrey Dahmer show.
Mm-hmm.
But their plan is they're gonna take a different monster, different serial killer, from history, like the famous ones, and do an entire season about them.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. I don't know if that's the right move, honestly, because people were like kind of mad at Dahmer.
It's controversial because, as many of you know, they didn't get the victims' families' consent to do it. Which, if they do take a step in the direction of before they do every season, they make sure to, do that. Then I feel like it'll be fine. Because, Dahmer was very popular. It was a very popular show. Everyone was talking about it for a little bit.
He was everywhere. I mean, people were dressing up as Jeffrey Dahmer for Halloween. They were dressing up their 2-year-olds. And
Evan Peters, he's a great actor. Yeah. Phenomenal. He took that role. He ran with it. But it is very controversial. Yeah. So I'm
it's like, do we want to give these serial killers the platform?
Yeah. And the fact, I just want to see what they do with it and how they handle it going forward after a lot of the controversy.
Yeah. I'm excited to see what they do with it.
And I personally haven't watched it.
I haven't watched Dahmer either.
No.
But I had seen all the backlash.
Yeah, that's what kind of drew me away from it, honestly.
I mean, I think it's a good concept, just exploring these different serial killers. But it's like, do we want to give them this platform?
And it's kind of cool how it's all under like.
I do like that. How it's gonna be just like Monster. It's a Monster, the Jeffrey Dahmer story. Monster, the Ted Bundy story.
Yeah.
It's not. We've already seen like so many Ted Bundy movies. But anytime we see these serial killer projects, there's always some sort of backlash.
I want to see them take it in a complete 180 and do like the 1800s London Jack the Ripper. But also always keep Evan Peters as the main.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
Just let him go for it every season.
I just did Ted Bundy, and I started thinking about Zac Efron. Have you seen all these photos of him in the new wrestling movie?
Oh, that's another thing. This new wrestling movie, what's it called? Oh,
it's A24, right?
yes, it is A24.
I don't even know what it's called, but Zac Efron looks so goofy. But I love it.
They bulked him up for this one.
I love it.
And he has like a He-Man haircut, and he's always wearing like short jorts.
He almost looks like Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, he
But,
looked
like not.
and he's like, it's about this like. Oh, did you hit it?
Yeah,
I've hit it multiple times. It's all about this family of wrestlers, and multiple of them died. I don't know how, but he's playing one of them.
He's the only one that survived.
Yes.
I think that's who he's playing.
He is playing that one.
So this week at the box office, we have Black Adam grossing 18 million. It's down 32%. What do you think about that?
Well, I mean, it's making money. Like
it's making overall the total gross is 137 million.
And since last time we have spoken about about it, I think it's popular enough and well received enough that there will be more Black Adam in the future.
Yeah,
100%. And I think it's made enough.
But it's interesting to see because I think the whole like thing was like we talked about this last episode is like Black Adam's gonna be the future of the DC EU. With James Gunn coming on, I don't know like where that's gonna go.
I want them to make Peacemaker the
Peacemaker
future
needs
of the
to be
DC.
the future of the DC.
He's the main character throughout all.
Number 2, it's no longer Ticket to Paradise. Is One Piece film, some anime. It got $9 million. Number 2 at the box office. That's kind of impressive.
It's an anime.
Yes, One Piece, Red.
Wow.
One Piece film, Red. I personally don't know much about it.
No.
I know my friend Quinn, shout out, is big. He started One Piece like a few days ago.
Really?
But he's watched so many animes, and he loves One Piece. I know it's like I think there's like over 1,000 episodes.
I mean, number 2 at the box office for being an anime is I think that's terrific.
Crazy. That's
awesome.
terrific. Yeah. Tickets to Paradise at number 3, 8.5 mil, down 13%. Nothing crazy.
I mean, that's just.
It is interesting to see that they're all down after Halloween weekends too. So it's people are kind of
they're recovering.
They're over this current box office.
I think November too. There's a lot of good movies coming out.
Smile's down. Pray for the Devil's down. Singing number 6 is Lyle Crocodile, which is up 22%.
I think
3 million.
You know why?
3 million.
Because we talked about it last time on the podcast.
We talked about it on Back to Cinema, and people went and saw it.
That's
what happened. The only other thing that's up is Armageddon Time, but that's because it was the opening week. Oh, and the Banshees of Inisherin. I don't know. I'm not saying that right, but it's the one with Barry Keoghan, Colin Farrell,
and Donald Glee. Or no.
The guy who hosted SNL.
Yeah.
He's great. But that is up 247%.
Wow.
Making $2 million. This might have been the first week it was fully out because I think it had like a limited release before.
It streaming though right now?
It might be.
I think it's streaming while being in theaters. So that also
it made $2 million. If it is doing that, that's pretty impressive.
That always hurts.
Armageddon Time. This was its opening weekend. It made only 8.1 million, or not 810,000. Sorry.
Oh,
which is not
what
good.
Was its budget? Do you know?
It was pretty big, I think. I mean, it had, I believe Edward Norton was in it. I could be totally wrong. It had a bunch of big people. Who's in this? Anne Hathaway, Jeremy Strong.
Wow.
And Anthony Hopkins. So not
Edward Norton, I guess.
Not Edward Norton.
He's in the new Knives Out movie.
Yeah.
Which a new trailer came out for today.
The new trailer, it looks great.
But this is the thing. Excited. I didn't want to review it because I personally do not want to watch the trailer.
Did you not watch the trailer?
No, because I want to be so surprised.
You want to be so surprised?
Because when I watched the first Knives Out movie, it was one of the best experiences I had watching a movie because I knew nothing about it.
That's true. I didn't know much about it either.
And I want to kind of go into the same space.
So you're dodging everything.
I'm literally dodging these.
That's
trailers.
good for you. Good for you, man.
I
I
know.
watched it. It was great.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Is it gonna be good?
I'm
Okay,
excited. 15 million was the budget for Armageddon Time,
And
and they made 800,000 domestically in the first weekend.
Poor Edward Norton.
Before we wrap up this show, I have one more debate that I think is going to be interesting. So you can only save one. The rest will be canceled.
By the way, I don't. This is the first time I'm hearing about this debate.
I have not told him
He's
about this
not
debate.
told me about this.
So this is by a Twitter user named Frank Cussy. Frank Cussy. That's FranKussy.
Okay.
Frank, thank you for this. So if you only save one,
Only save one.
the rest will be canceled. The Batman 2, Daredevil Born Again, Spider-Man 4, and the X-Men.
Right off the bat, I think I know what I'm doing.
I have been looking at this for the past couple days, and I still don't know what I'm doing. I think I can eliminate a few. Do you want to eliminate? Let's go eliminate one by one. I would eliminate X-Men.
Wow. No.
No, is that what you're gonna do?
I'm gonna eliminate Spider-Man 4. Wait, this is Tom Holland's, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, still. Okay, don't I hear my reason?
Yeah.
This is the thing. Daredevil is probably my favorite superhero TV show of all time.
So is Daredevil what you're going with?
Oh, wait. I have to pick one?
You have to pick one. The rest are out. It's not you. It's not you eliminate one.
This just took a turn. Oh, no.
Yeah.
That's hard. I don't... Wow.
You can only save one of them.
Save one?
It's between... For me, it's between Batman 2.
And is it Daredevil?
Spider-Man 4.
Oh. Now,
I'm excited for Daredevil, but Daredevil's had 3 seasons already.
and that's not enough.
I think
Wow.
I'm excited because think about when we saw Spider-Man No Way Home. Think about when we were so excited for what this new rebooted verse is gonna be like with Tom Holland, where everyone forgot who he was. He's gonna be like the street Spider-Man villain we want to see now. He's probably gonna fight like Rhino or some shit. It's gonna be a dope movie. It's gonna feel like the video games.
I'm just gonna feel like the video.
So I'm excited for that. And then we got the Batman 2, which I've been hyping up this whole Matt Reeves universe forever.
Ever since we walked out the Batman 1, we're like, we can't wait to see the Batman 2.
Yeah, I mean, you just want more. It's like one of those things when you see Avatar 1, you're like, I want more. Would you eliminate X-Men?
I think I know what I want to do.
What are you keeping?
This is the thing. The Batman is so new and has so many ways it can go that I think that one would be the one I want to see, because we've seen X-Men. Yes, it's going to be different, but we have seen X-Men. We have 3 Spider-Man movies, not including the 5 from the other men, the other Spider-Men. And Daredevil, yes, even though I'm very excited for it, we have 3 seasons of Daredevil.
Yeah.
But this Batman 2, this Batman is so new and so different from any other one we had that I feel like a second movie, I just need to see this.
I think Batman 2 is what I would pick, too.
Yeah?
I think that is probably what I would go with, just because I'm so excited for it, and I want to speculate about it. I want to see what Matt Reeves does with it.
Will there be Robin? Will there be Mr. Freeze? Like,
so many questions. So many unanswered questions.
But I will say, all of those I will be very excited about.
Me too, obviously. I'm very excited to see all of them. I don't know when we're going to get that X-Men movie in the first place.
Never.
I think there's something to do with the contracts that they can't recast them legally until like 2025.
Well, isn't like the name the mutants? Like they can't.
Well, they keep randomly saying it. They're like, you're a mutant.
Yeah, in the MCU, they just thrown out the word mutant like it's nothing. Literally.
Hulk's son is going to be a mutant. Watch it.
Oh, God. Hulk might be a mutant.
Well, it is a mutation.
Oh, God.
Oh,
We're not going to start these theories.
I think that's going to do it for our episode today. Yeah. Anything else you want to say?
I don't know. I think we talked about everything we wanted to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. If you did again, it really means a lot.
If you're watching on
watch the first episode, you're here in the second. Even if you didn't watch the first and you're here now, welcome.
Now the mic's working. So
the mics are working. We're getting better. We're gonna pump out content. We're really gonna try for this thing, and I hope you guys don't forget about us. And we'll be here every Tuesday.
Every Tuesday. That's our new. And is it true next week there might be a guest?
There might be a guest next week.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. But we truly love doing this, and we were gonna do this bi-weekly, but then we were kind of like, we kind of look forward to
We had way
this.
too much fun last time we filmed this to do it bi-weekly.
We were like, we need to do this once a week.
Yeah.
There was even a thought through my head. I'm like, what if we did it twice a week? Like, what if we just got together? Like,
What if we do it every day?
Bro, honestly, it's so fun recording these things, and
Yeah.
I cannot wait to see what comes next with this Back to Cinema podcast. And follow all of our socials, beacons.ai/B2C. It has all of our links on it. You can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Amazon Music, or YouTube. Watch us like this. I think this week we're going to try with the Spotify video. We didn't do it last week, but this week you should be able to see us on Spotify video. If not, we'll work towards that too.
Follow the TikTok. We have an Instagram now.
Yeah, Instagram's up
We
now.
also have Twitter, which we'll probably just post more like when, not so much news, but when the podcast will be released.
Yeah,
If there's
and
any
our
changes.
opinions and stuff. If there's something crazy that
Yeah.
happens.
So,
Yeah, but thanks for watching,
Thank you.
guys. If there's anything you guys liked about the episode, let us know in the YouTube comments or on Spotify. We have like a little Q&A that you can ask us questions. Just send some feedback if you want. But yeah, anything else?
I think did we say our names in the beginning?
I'm Noah,
I'm Declan.
and thanks for watching
Thanks
Back
for
to
watching.
Cinema.
Peace.
Peace.